It is round 27, which means the final round for NRL Fantasy. Now, maybe you have a trade left. Just maybe you have a trade left. If so, these are great players to buy. But if you don't have trades left, I'm talking about captains for this week. I'm talking about the players who, in this final round, are my top scorers for the week. Let's get right into it. First one here, Jimmy Tedesco. And now James Tedesco comes into this game in a Sydney Roosters side that just lost Sam Walker. They just lost Brandon Smith, and they just lost Victor Radley as well. So I'm looking at them and thinking, you know what? Tedesco is going to have to take over in this game. He's going to have to be a big part of it because we're seeing Connor Watson slide into hooker, and we're seeing Sandon Smith slide into the halves. So I think Teddy's going to be big in this game. He's going to have a lot of ball in his hands. The other thing I like here too is you think of primed Tedesco highlights in those big moments, those big games. One thing that comes to my mind is that combination he has with Damien Cook in Origin. I think Connor Watson could be that slashing hooker that gives him that sort of ball as well. So my prediction here is that Watson and Tedesco combine really beautifully. Watson, by the way, I'm not going to mention him in this list, but he's another option for captain this week as well. I just think that middle section, Tedesco and Watson, they're going to absolutely kill it. Even Terrell May could be a shout there too. They're going to be on fire this week. Next up, Brad and Best. So Best comes up against the Dolphins in a game where the Knights have to win to play finals footy. Now, I think Brad Best is one of those guys who he's got clutch all over him. He's one of those guys who he's going to step up in this game. You got the Knights here playing for their season. He's up against Herbie Farmworth in this game. I don't know. It's not an easy matchup, right? Herbie Farmworth is no slouch in defense, but I think they're going to be throwing a bunch at each other. I think Herbie Farmworth and Bradman Best could both pop off for big scores in this game. But my view here is the Knights win this game on the back of Bradman Best brilliance. That's my super specific tip here. I just think Best is going to be on fire. I think that edge is going to be really strong. And I think we're going to see a big breakout game from Best, who already has scored 100 plus this year and could do it again soon. But again, in this game, if we can talk about other players, Herbie Farmworth, decent shout here. Very good option. Pumped out a massive score last week. And you also have Kalen Ponga, who, if you're tipping him to step up in this game, he's a good shout too. To keep rolling through here, Nico Hines disappointed owners last week. He came back, scored 33 points in fantasy. Not what you were hoping for from the guy coming back from injury, but he comes into this game this week, and I've just got them as my winners this week. I think Cronulla get the win over Manly, and I look at Nico Hines. I think last week was pretty quiet for him. Maybe he steps up this round. Now for Nico, look, there were a few plays last week that nearly broke off that would have meant a few more points, and they just didn't come off. So I think he bounces back. I still only really have him forecast as a 55 to 60 point scorer this week. But at the same time, he's one of those guys who any given week, he can go 100 plus. So if you want to roll the dice on that, it is risky, hence the B- grade, but it has enormous top tier upside for this week. Going through, Jamal Fogarty, and he comes back into this list. He is in the winner's circle again, just because he's next to Ethan Strange again. So Fogarty next to Strange, he's absolutely dominated. He's been a 60-plus average playing next to Ethan Strange. He does all the kicking in that scenario, and he takes over an attack as well. Now, they got a match up against St. George, who leaked a lot of points against Parramatta last week. So I think Fogarty's going to be on fire this one. I've got him written down for 55 to 70 points. I think he's an A- grade captain with big upside there, but a solid base here as well. So if you have a trade left, or if you want to captain a guy like Fogarty, I think he's a great option for this round. And then finally, Isaiah Yeo, and this list is never complete without Yeo, but I do want to talk about a few things here. His grade has been downgraded. So last couple of weeks, he's been the highest graded captain option for me, and he's been absolutely fantastic, 85 points the last 2 weeks. But this round, I look at him against the Titans, and I think there's a good chance he gets a rest. He's been playing big minutes. He's been playing a big role for Penrith. If they get out to a lead with 20, 30 minutes left, I could see him coming off for a rest in this one, playing 50 to 60 minutes, scoring about 50 points. Still very solid, and he could play out the game, by the way, if it's a close one, because they do need to win this one for the home final. But at the same time, I think there is a bit of risk here that he does get that rest. So keep that in mind. If you like Yeo and you want that safe option, he's still very, very safe. Same with Paddy Carrigan, but there is that chance that a few of these guys get a rest in this game. The other guy I'll mention here too is Jerome Luai. I think he'll light it up as well for Penrith. I think that running game is going to be on show in this game. I think Luai is going to be a big beneficiary of some of the points the Titans have been leaking. Anyway, that is our top captains and top buyers, I guess, as well for round 27. So hopefully you're in a good spot for your head-to-head finals. Hopefully you won them last week. If not, you're playing this week. Your commission is crazy. I don't know why they said it at the grand final for round 27. But hey, you could be doing that as well. Or you might be fighting for that top overall spot. So best of luck no matter what it is. It's been a cracking season. I've loved being here with you guys. I'm sure it's been a good one for you. And if not, we'll take the lessons. We'll learn from them. We'll be back next year. Good luck, guys. See you on the next video.